If you are sick and tired of spending money on your Amazon PPC campaigns and not making any profit from it, then this video is for you because I'm going to show you step by step how to optimize your Amazon PPC campaigns so you do profit in your Amazon FB business. Over 90% of Amazon FB sellers do not know how to use Amazon PPC campaigns to become profitable and to actually make money from it. So make sure you guys watch this video to the very end, because not only am I going to show you the strategy that I use to make money using Amazon PPC, I will also show you how to make good decisions long term so you will only end up to become profitable using Amazon PPC campaigns. Today, I will be using the shell necklace to show you guys how to optimize your Amazon PPC campaigns. So this is a dummy product that we are selling on Amazon, and I downloaded the last 30 days of data from my Amazon Seller Central account under my advertising console to help you guys make good decisions, how to look at keywords, and how to become profitable running your Amazon PPC campaigns. Now, you may be wondering, why did I download the last 30 days? Why not the last 7 days, or why not yesterday? So I downloaded the last 30 days because I want to show you guys the most amount of keywords that we will be using today so you can make good decisions for your business. With 30 days of keyword data, we can get a clear picture on which keywords have collected enough clicks for our sponsored ads, which keywords are bad, and how we can decide what to do with those keywords to make sure that we are making money with our product when we are running Amazon PPC campaigns. Any Amazon seller can make sales on Amazon, but what is most important is the profit. So let's head on to the right-hand side right here. And the first thing I want to do is sort the match type. So I have my automatic campaign running, I have my broad, and I have my exact. Now, I don't have my phrase campaign running because I found that my broad campaign is working better than my phrase campaign. Therefore, I'm not running phrase campaigns. However, if you are running phrase campaigns, that is totally okay. Just make sure that it's profiting and it's good. Just make sure that your phrase Amazon PPC campaigns are performing well, because if they're not performing well, then you probably should not be running them. So even though you may have a phrase campaign running, but I don't have a phrase campaign running, what I am about to teach you today will also apply to optimizing your phrase campaigns. So don't worry about that. So I'm just going to uncheck exact and uncheck broad because I want to focus on one match type at a time. And this little dash right here, I'm not sure why it is a dash, but basically the dash means automatic PPC campaigns. So click on OK. And now we are only focusing on automatic PPC keywords. The next thing you want to do is go to total advertising cost of sales and sort this from largest to smallest, because you guys probably already know that you are only profiting when running PPC campaigns if your ACoS is lower than your profit margin percentage. So if I am selling this shell necklace and my profit margin percentage is, let's say, 30%, the long-term goal for my PPC campaigns across all campaigns should be lower than 30%. If it is lower than my profit margin percentage for my product, then that means I am profiting when I am running my campaigns. But if the ACoS is greater than 30%, then we are technically losing some money. But you have to remember, in order to get a low ACoS, it takes time, it takes optimization, and it takes knowing your keywords, which ones work best, how to negate them, put them into the negative phrase, put them into the negative exact, and make decisions for that before we can work on lowering that ACoS. So if you are someone that is brand new to selling on Amazon and you want to focus on lowering your ACoS on day one, that's not going to happen. Lowering your ACoS takes time through choosing good keywords and optimization. So let's get into it. By the way, if you guys are new to selling products on Amazon and you need help with finding winning products, then make sure you get my free training for Amazon in the YouTube description below. click on the free training link, enter your name, enter your email address, and watch the training to the end because you get to apply for a free one-on-one call with my team, and they will walk you through the entire process on how you can find profitable products to sell on Amazon that will give you nice profit margins and that will pay you every single month. Now, I am selling a shell necklace, and the keyword that I see right here is shell choker necklace. Now, this keyword does describe my product, right? I am selling a shell choker necklace, but that is one of my main keywords. This keyword is a very high searched keyword based on my research using Helium 10. A lot of customers are searching for this keyword, which can potentially mean that this keyword is saturated. So when a keyword is more on the saturated side, especially for main keywords, people tend to click on it a lot, right? They tend to click on your sponsored ad a lot. So this tells me in the last 30 days, there were 2,430 impressions. This means that 2,430 people saw my sponsored ad on Amazon. So when people are scrolling on Amazon, they saw my ad up here, let's say, somewhere up here, and it says sponsored ad. And then out of this amount of people who saw my ad, 14 people clicked on my ad, which is pretty bad. It means that a lot of people saw my ad, but a very little amount of customers clicked on it. And when they did click on it, my ACoS was super high. So my ACoS is 111%, which is really bad. So right away, I know that this keyword, I should put it into the negative exact. When I put a keyword into the negative exact in my Amazon Seller Central account, it means that when a customer searches this keyword on Amazon's search bar up here, my sponsored ad will not appear. So if a customer types in that keyword like so, when they type in this keyword, my ad will not appear in the search terms. So that means nobody can click on my product and I will not get charged with advertising. So I know that this is bad because again, my ACoS is super high and my click-through rate is 0.5%, which is not good when I compare it to a large number of impressions. So the next keyword we have is chokers for women. Okay, that keyword actually kind of works for my product, but it's a little broad because there's no word that says shell in here, right? If someone was to search a shell choker for women, that's more targeted and more specific to my product, which means that the customer is probably more likely to buy my product because they are specifically looking for a shell choker. So this is kind of broad. It's chokers for women. And my ACoS is 79%, which is greater than my profit margin percent, which tells me I should put this keyword into the negative exact in my Amazon Seller Central account. And again, when someone searches for chokers for women up here, my sponsored ad will not show up. So customers cannot click on it and I will not get charged. The next one is puka shell choker. So I'm not sure what the word puka means, but all I know is that the ACoS is greater than my profit margin percentage of 30%. So I'm going to put this into negative exact. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Tamara, but why negative exact? And why not negative phrase? So you guys know in your Amazon Seller Central account, there are two options. You can put keywords into the negative exact, and you can also put keywords into the negative phrase. Now, the reason why I do not put it into the phrase is because if I put a keyword like shell choker necklace into the negative phrase, that means if a customer types in phrases that contain shell choker necklace, like for example, if they type in shell choker necklace white, that is a phrase, all of the phrases that contain that main keyword will not be shown in our search bar. And that's not what we want. That means we are eliminating a lot of the phrases that can potentially make us money. So That's why we want to put it into negative exact. So we can only negate this exact keyword and not the phrases, because who knows, maybe shell choker necklace white, if someone were to search this, it might make us a sale. So you don't want to put this into negative phrase. So if I'm looking at the last 30 days of data, which is a really long time, that gave us enough time to get the impressions and get enough clicks, I can decide right away that, okay, all of these keywords that are greater than my 30% profit margin should be in the negative exact. So I'm just going to highlight that and mark this all red, so I know that I can just copy and paste and put this into the negative exact. Now I'll show you guys how to do that later on in this video, but I just want to talk about further optimizing before we get into that. Now, if this search term report, this entire report, was downloaded once a day, I probably have to wait at least 7 days to get more clicks before I put this into the negative exact. So for example, if this data was yesterday and I downloaded yesterday's report and my ACOS is greater than 30%, I would not be putting this into the negative right away, because I need a longer period of time to see if this ACOS will come down, right? We need some time, like longer than 7 days, longer than 14 days, to know, okay, after 30 days in this example, I know 100% that these keywords are not making me money because, well, it's been 30 days, there are a ton of clicks, and my ACOS is super high. So now I know for certain that these keywords belong into the negative exact. So I hope that makes sense. I know this is a lot of information, but I promise you, if you guys apply this, you will see profit running your Amazon PPC campaigns. So now you may be wondering, okay, well, what do I do with all of the keywords that are profiting? So all of these keywords that are under my 30% profit margin is making me money. So I don't do anything with it. I continue to let it run. So if customers were to search this keyword in the Amazon search bar, my sponsor ad will appear and they will buy my product. So these keywords that customers are going to continue to search are making me money because the ACOS is below my profit margin percent. So when would we use negative phrase? How do I know if a keyword belongs in negative phrase? So that's easy. Let's see which is a good example. Okay, maybe this one. So this keyword, for example, is men's surfer necklace. Now let's pretend that my necklace is only for women, okay? This shell necklace is only meant for women, even though I know it's meant for men as well, but we're going to pretend. And if I know that my product is not meant for men, then I will be putting this keyword into both negative exact. So when customers search this exact keyword, they will not find my ad. They cannot click it. I will not lose any money. And also, I will put this keyword into negative phrase. So when a customer types in any phrases that include men's surfer necklace, it will not show my sponsor ad. Maybe a customer is typing in men's surfer necklace big, right? So all of the phrases that contain men's surfer necklace will not show my sponsored ad. Therefore, I will not get charged when a customer clicks on my ad, because they can't click on my ad. It's not showing up. So I hope that makes sense between choosing negative exact versus negative phrase. It just depends on what your keyword is, whether or not it describes your product. We use the men's and women example that I just explained. Sometimes a keyword belongs in negative phrase and negative exact, or one or the other. Now, once we are done optimizing all of these keywords that don't work out for us, they're all costing us money here, the next thing we want to look at is spend, because I want to see how much money I've spent on a keyword that is not profiting. So let's sort the spend from largest to smallest. By the way, you guys, there are so many more steps when it comes to optimizing your Amazon PPC campaigns, but I'm just showing you the most important columns that you have to focus on today so you can get started to making some profits. So this keyword is puka shell necklace, and I spent over $600 on it, and my ACOS is 23%, which is pretty good. My profit margin is 30%, so I am making money. So I do nothing, I leave it here. This is an ASIN. So sometimes ASINs will appear in your customer search term report if a customer clicks on your competitor's product, and then they see your product. So if I click on this one, for example, this is my competitor's product listing, and then they see your product under here, under sponsored products related to this item. They click on my product. That means that your competitor's ASIN will appear right here. So this is why you get ASINs. It just means that customers are clicking on your competitor's product listing, and then they found your product, and then the competitor's ASIN will end up here. So for this competitor's ASIN, it looked like I spent $500, $503, and my ACoS is 28%. Not that great, right? Like, it's just not that good, because if my profit margin is 30%, I'm not really making money here. I'm going to put this into the negative. So I'm just going to mark that red. So I know that this ASIN belongs in the negative. But our next ASIN right here, our next competitor, I spent $189 and my ACoS is 22%. Not bad. I will just leave this ASIN here the way it is so customers can find my competitor's ASIN, find my sponsored ad within it, and hopefully they buy my product and I make some profit. So this is how you optimize your automatic PPC campaign. Automatic PPC means that based on your keywords in your product listing, Amazon chooses where to place your sponsored ad. So if I go back here, if it's an automatic PPC campaign, Amazon chooses keywords from your product listing, and then they decide, okay, based on these keywords in the product listing, what are some keywords from the product listing that we can use as a sponsored ad? So Amazon is in control of choosing where your sponsor ad goes. This is why it's so important to optimize your automatic campaign. So for the bad keywords, Amazon will not showcase your ad when a customer searches these keywords. Next, we will move on to broad and exact. So I know this is a long video. I won't spend too much time on it, but when you optimize your broad and exact match campaign, it's very similar. So you want to look at broad, and then you want to look at exact separately, just like how we did right here. So I'm going to select broad. It is very similar to optimizing your automatic PPC campaign. The only difference is that when you are running a broad, phrase, or exact match campaign, you are in charge of your keywords, right? When you guys create your campaigns in Amazon Seller Central, in your broad campaign, you may be targeting Hawaiian shell necklace. So Amazon will place your sponsored ad for all of the broad keywords that are related to Hawaiian shell necklace. But the optimization is pretty much the same. So let's head on over to the right-hand side. I'm just going to show you guys quickly. Sort your ACoS from largest to smallest. Boom, I know right away that this first keyword I am spending way too much money on. My ACoS is 128%. That is disgusting. And along with all of these keywords that work the way down to about 30%, I want to put all of these into the negative exact, and maybe negative phrase, depending on if I want to negate all of the phrases the customers will be searching for my product. So I explained that to you guys earlier. If you missed that, then just rewind this video. But there are some exceptions to the rule, you guys. Like, if, for example, if I look at this keyword right here, this is shell necklace for men. There are only 5 clicks and my ACoS is 34%. So it's a little greater than my profit margin percentage of 30%. So I am spending about 4% extra for advertising. But if I only have 5 clicks, I may want to run this a little longer, right? Because what if this ACoS starts to come down during the 6th, 7th, or 8th click? So that's why if it's very close to your profit margin percent, I would just forgive this keyword and have it run a little longer for up to about 10 clicks to decide whether or not I want to put this keyword into the negative. So maybe in the next 7 days, 5 clicks become 10 clicks. We have 10 customers clicking on my sponsored ad when they look up shell necklace for men. Maybe my ACoS will now be 24%. So that's why you should not negative keywords if the clicks are too low. I always like to give keywords about 10 to 15 clicks before I decide whether or not it should go into the negative phrase or negative exact. This is a huge mistake that a lot of sellers make, is that they negative way too many keywords up front, and then they tell me, Tamara, I have no more customer search terms come in when I run my PPC campaigns. Why is that? And it's probably because you are over optimizing, and that is such a thing. If I just dump all of these keywords into the negative, then eventually customers, when they search any of the keywords related to my product, my sponsor ad will not be shown. And then I can't launch my product because I've already put so many keywords into the negative and there's nothing else to search for. So that is not a position you want to be in. I would just have a closer look at the clicks. And if it's like under 15 clicks, I would probably still let it run unless the ACoS was like crazy high, like this one, 128% ACoS, very bad, right? And this one has 130 clicks and my ACoS is 61%. That is obviously bad. So this is how you know how to optimize your keywords in your PPC campaigns. You need to know when to put your keywords into the negative phrase or negative exact or both. You need to know how to analyze the clicks. And obviously you need to know your profit margin percentage for your product so you can see whether or not you are profiting with your Amazon PPC campaigns. Now, another thing I want to mention here is that your ACoS from Amazon PPC campaigns does not show the full picture for whether or not your Amazon business is profiting. If you want to see if your Amazon business is profiting, you need your total advertising cost of sales, which means you need to include your organic sales as well with your PPC sales to see your business as a whole, to see if your business is profiting. Most of us, we are profiting and we just don't know it because within Amazon Seller Central, you cannot get your total ACoS. You can only get your ACoS. Just ignore the word total up here. I don't know why they have it. But anyway, when you are downloading PPC data, you're only looking at sales from an advertising perspective and not your business as a whole, including organic sales. So make sure you guys count your organic sales as well so you know whether or not your Amazon business is profiting as a whole. And lastly, I am going to show you guys how to put these keywords into the negative phrase and negative exact. Let's just copy a few of these guys before we head over to Amazon Seller Central. Adding negative keywords to your automatic broad phrase and exact match campaigns is super easy. So I'm just going to use my dummy account here. This is the Amazon advertising console within Seller Central. Let's just click on this automatic campaign right here. Just click on the campaign. And then you want to go to negative targeting. I only have one ad group. This is how I like to run my campaigns. If I go to negative targeting, and I go to add negative keywords, this is where you will place your keywords. So I'm just going to paste my keywords in here, negative exact, add keywords. And if I want to add these keywords to negative phrase as well, because we want to exclude the phrases as well, then just click on negative phrase, paste those keywords once more, add keywords, and then click on save, and then there you go. So this is how you add those unwanted keywords from your search term report. So when customers search these keywords, they will not see your sponsored ad and you will not waste money on advertising. So I'm not going to save this because I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. I click on cancel and that's it. Before I let you guys go, I also want to show you where to put ASINs into the negative. So for ASINs, if we go back here and we go to match type, go to our automatic PPC campaign, and then I think there was an ASIN right here. So copy your ASIN, copy that guy. And this is just, let's pretend we want to put this ASIN into the negative. All we got to do is click on negative products, click on add negative product targets, and then you just enter your ASIN. So paste that there, click on exclude, and then add negative product targets. This means when a customer searches this ASIN, your sponsored ad will not be listed within their product listing. I hope this video has helped you guys today optimize your Amazon PPC campaigns. I promise if you apply everything that is taught in today's video, you should be making some profits in your PPC campaigns. I know this is a lot of steps, so if you guys have any questions for me, just leave it in the comment section below of this video. Help me give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.